And, I see on LinkedIn all the time, all these quote unquote sales gurus who love to tell you, here's how to be a good salesperson and do this, don't do that. Many of these people, it reminds me of the movie Glenn Ross,
we need leads.
Well, I think of the Kevin Spacey character who never sold anything, who was the tyrant of a VP of sales. And it was, look, so let me ask you this question before I say anything else. What do you think? Why do people hate salespeople? Or why do I should say they hate sales? Why do salespeople have a bad reputation? So why?
I think that anyone that doesn't want to be sold by a salesperson would not dislike, but not have an interest in spending time listening to that individual. Now, if somebody has interest or sees value in a product that you can serve up, then the salesman stigma takes a whole different turn. Mm-hmm. You become a consultant,
right?
And that's what's changing. Because if you uncover layers of intelligence around a targeted group, if you can identify their value, and you can serve up that value, then you don't become a salesperson that's trying to sell them a car that they don't want. Right. You become a consultant that can improve what they do for a living. So yeah, I mean, salesperson does have that stigma to it, but things are changing in that department too. Yeah.
People don't want to feel like they're being sold.
Right.
And an important characteristic that you also mentioned of a salesperson is to listen. We always say, I tell my kids, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means you should listen twice as much as you speak, right?
Yeah.
So as a salesperson, people don't like salespeople, but the real salesperson, like you just said, guides someone through a process so that they discover on their own, or at least they feel like they're discovering it on their own, that the product or service that salesperson is selling is the right one for them. So when you talk about a tool like we have, it cuts the sales cycle. It cuts down all the stuff trying to get to where that need is, because you know what it is. You know what it is because of the way that they've been interacting with your brand digitally. And you're the one who told me this, by the time these prospects contact you, they've almost made up their mind in most cases.